confiscate the money. That girl is a real proud small world, all her friends know me.
So we are back with brand new episode of the Reindeer MyLEAGUE here in 2K17, but last episode we played our first season as the Reindeer, and it was a pretty poopy season though, just to be honest. Our season is very bad though. We finished second last in league when it comes to total points scored and even rankings, but even the draft lottery went and dropped down to 4th overall, but considering it was the first draft, usually it's stud with talent, so we went and picked Josh Jackson 4th overall in the draft last year, and he's a pretty good overall. Start off 81 overall, is his base overall with the morale, obviously it's 82 overall, but our roster is pretty good, I guess, considering all the youth it has. Get Jokic at 81 overall, he's going to be a very great player in this MyLEAGUE soon. And we have a lot of young talent, but we do have a lot of old talent, like considering Randolph, the red-nosed power forward, in at least in our starting lineup right now. But going to power rankings, obviously, if you do finish second last in the league, you get treated pretty bad. We're 24th in the power rankings, start off there for 2Ks, and Mark Spears, I believe, has us at 12th. So at least Mark Spears giving us the benefit of the doubt. Not too bad of a ranking there, but we start the season 4-4, not that bad there. We're hovering about 500. We're both there when it comes to that, but we end up taking a lot of L's in a row. That's our biggest problem, is losing streaks, so we gotta get that hammered down. But at least we're winning some, we're losing some. It's not like last season where we win like 5 games and we lose 20. It's not like that. It's actually pretty close. So right now in this league, we're not even cracked the playoff spot yet right now. It is about, I believe, heading into January, so not too bad there, I guess. Now February, we're still 21-28, not that bad of a season so far, but at least if we go and fail this season, we have a pretty good draft coming up with talent. So to get into the All-Star break, we're going to go re-sign Jeremy Grant quickly, but right before, we check out all the All-Star and stuff. So Jeremy Grant re-signed him. Now moving on to the All-Stars, we do have the Eastern Conference All-Stars, same old, same old. And in the West, we do have a few other same olds, but even Nikola Jokic on there, so we finally get an All-Star in our center, Nikola Jokic, so he's having a great season so far. Moving on to the Stars and stuff, you have Josh Jackson on there, obviously, one of the better players, or one of the better rookies in the rookie class this season, and the rest of the same old kind of guys you see for the draft class every single MyLEAGUE. But moving on to the awards, LeBron MVP, Dennis Smith Rookie of the Year, Josh Jackson's 4th in the Rookie of the Year ratings right now, but number 1 is the LeBron James for Defensive Player of the Year, and Most Improved. It's basically a lot of randoms there, but moving on to the rest, Josh Jackson scored 6 points, 4 boards, and 1 block in that Stars contest. It's not that bad of a game for him, considering the minutes he got. But moving on to the rest, even Nikola Jokic barely did anything at all in that Western Conference game, or the All-Star game there against the East. But moving on to the rest of the season, we gotta go and try and play a lot better if we want to go and crack the playoffs, but it's looking like we're not, as we finished 39-43 on the season. We did not make the playoffs. It looks like Kevin Durant is MVP. I thought LeBron would be MVP. So Kevin Durant is the MVP this season. Once again, moving on to the rest of the stuff though, we do have Dennis Smith as Rookie of the Year, so Dennis Smith gets Rookie of the Year over Josh Jackson. Kawhi Leonard Defensive Player of the Year, TJ McCollum Most Improved, and Rod Adams, obviously Coach of the Year if you have the Warriors coach there. But all NBA teams, same old every single year. Giannis in there on the second team. Third team, we have Kyle Lowry sneaks in there, and the all defensive first team, same guys there too. And we finally, on the all rookie first team, we have Josh Jackson on there too. So I guess not that bad of an all-star, or at least all NBA teams right there, featuring Josh Jackson on the all rookie first team. Moving on to the playoffs, didn't make the playoffs obviously, but let's move on to our player stats for the season. Nikola Jokic leader in points, 50.5 points per game, 10.3 boards, so you did average a double-double over that season. So not that bad of a season for Nikola Jokic, including an all-star nod on that season. But moving on to the rest of the stuff, we do have, like, Josh Jackson did have a great year though as a rookie. His rookie season, one of the better ones I've seen when it comes to players. Josh Jackson, maybe if we go and raise the shot clock, like lower it down to 20 like we did the Stingers one, maybe the stats would be a lot higher like the Stingers one, like averaging 20 points per game. Because I swear, if we did the shot clock at 20 seconds, I'm pretty sure Nikola Jokic probably would have got over 23 points on the season. Probably a lot more boards too. But double-doubles, 32 double-doubles for Nikola Jokic there. And the only player over 1 in that plus-minus is Jordan Clarkson. Look who's the worst, and that's Patrick Patterson. He's got to go. We only got him for his defense, and he's one of the worst defensive players we've seen on this MyLEAGUE. So it looks like Patrick Patterson is going to be gone after the season. Moving on to the playoffs, it's pretty interesting that we have Utah and Chicago in the final, and the Chicago Bulls have won the NBA championship. So the Bulls, they take this one here as It's actually pretty surprising. I thought for sure they wouldn't win at all, but Jimmy Butler is your finals MVP there. As we move on to the retirements, we do have Vince Carter retires as a member of the Bulls, so he finally gets a championship there with the Bulls in his last season. We do have Jason Terry and Richard Jefferson as that retires as a Cav. If Kyle Korver was a one-time Reindeer member, he averaged 12.8 points per game in that one season when he drafted them in the expansion draft. Moving on to the rest, though, it's basically the same old kind of players. Didn't really do much besides for Jimmy Fredette. He is a great player. Moving on to the rest, we did have Vince Carter as an Hall of Famer there, but moving on to the league meetings, we're going to abolish the luxury tax. Now moving on to the draft lottery, we have the 13th best odds in there, and we could finish off with 13th best in the draft. So the Celtics get the first overall pick. But now we're moving on to the NBA draft, 2018 NBA draft. Maybe Michael will be able to move up and grab some talent.
With the first pick in the NBA draft, the Boston Celtics select Michael Porter from the University of Washington. The second pick in the NBA draft, a 19-year-old center from the University of Arizona. We have a trade to announce. With the third pick in the NBA draft, the New York Knicks select Wendell Chaney from Penn State University. With the fourth pick in the NBA draft, the Atlanta Hawks select the 20-year-old shooting guard from Syracuse University. We have a trade to announce. With the fifth pick in the NBA draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select the 20-year-old shooting guard from Slovenia. With the sixth pick in the NBA draft, the New Orleans Pelicans select the 21-year-old point guard from Serbia. We have a trade to announce. With the seventh pick in the NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Terrence Ferguson from the University of Tulsa. We have a trade to announce. With the eighth pick in the NBA draft, the New Orleans Pelicans select Gerard Weber from the University of New Mexico. We have a trade to announce. With the ninth pick in the NBA draft, the Washington Wizards select Clyde Maxwell from Villanova University. With the 10th pick in the NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Wendell Carter from the University of Kentucky. With the 11th pick in the NBA draft, the Washington Wizards select the 19-year-old the 44th pick in the NBA draft, Rashid Gibson from Louisiana State University.
So it was a great draft for us. We moved up to 2nd overall and picked up DeAndre Ayton with the 2nd overall pick. So DeAndre Ayton is a very good player, and we're going to probably slide him at the 4th spot to go and incorporate him and Jokic into the offense a lot more. So Jokic is going to be a great center, plus we have DeAndre Ayton now on there. He's a very good rebounder, plus he's got great athleticism. So, I mean, DeAndre Ayton, one of the better players I've ever seen in the MyLEAGUEs. He usually reaches about 90 overall every single time, except maybe the Stingers one. But moving on to the rest, Trayvon Duval went to the Wizards 11th overall. So Duval, I kind of want to go and pick him at 2nd overall, but I mean, a 74 compared to DeAndre Ayton is a lot better. DeAndre Ayton's obviously the better option when it comes to that one. Moving on to the rest, I mean, there's a lot of weaker draft picks, obviously. There's a mid-70s, a higher 60s. Moving on to the rest, though, we do have our options. We send all of our options. Might as well accept all of them if they're team options. Moving on to the rest, we do have LeBron James accepts his player option. Paul George declined his as usual. Melo declines his as usual, too. But the player, when it comes to free agency, though, we do have George Anthony, DeAndre Jordan, we have Rodney Hood, Derek Favors, and so on. We're going to go and make, obviously, DeAndre Ayton as a power forward. We go and sign Jefferson and Michael Beasley. And the rest, though, like Zach Randolph leaves the Reindeer. I mean, Randolph, the Red-Nosed Reindeer, cannot get him. We signed a whole crap load of players for the bench, including Amon Shumpert on there. But when it comes to the draft, though, next year, we do have Shane Wheeler on there. But I'm not going to get Shane Wheeler, just basically had him on the Stingers one. And he's a great player, though. But we go and trade a whole bunch of players because we don't really need them too much. We have a lot of drafted players that really didn't turn out to be too much. So we traded for 1st-round picks and 2nd-round picks. But that is our lineup after the 2nd offseason in the Reindeer MyLEAGUE. So anyway, I guess let's start off for here. We had a great player in DeAndre Ayton added this year. So watch for that one next day. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.